Doing a video, sort of a response to the comments on one of the rape videos, some jackass. I mean, sorry, but I mean, people really do piss me off. So it's about this Philip Zimbardo guy. I've done a video on this before in the past, I know, but it's way back when. It's on this whole thing of violence and the rape subject and kind of what's the nature of human beings and how are they transforms their character because they're put into some circumstance and all of a sudden they become homicidal maniacs because of a circumstance, and it's bullshit. This is really junk science. So I'll play some of this crap and then respond to it. I'm doing this with old batteries. So let's see how long these batteries last, but the battery thing really is working, I think. I mean, it's undeniable. It's working. Anyway. Play some of this shit. Here we go.
Legal, political, economic, cultural background. And this is where the power is of the bad barrel makers. So you want to change a person, you got to change the situation. You want to change the situation, you got to know where the power is in the system.
Yeah. So he has this whole power theory that somehow it's all about power, 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 power. No, it's about your native psychology. Are you a pervert? I mean, have you been raised to be a pervert? or a little bit fucked up, deviant, in need of something, some desperate, unsatisfied insecurity, some other kind of psychological crapola. And where are you philosophically? Do you understand that other human beings are sentient? Or do you think the whole world revolves around you and your fucking cunt happiness?
The Lucifer effect involves understanding human character transformations with these three factors. And it's a dynamic interplay. What did people bring into the situation? What is the situation?
Yeah, so say it a little slower. What did people bring into the situation? That's a pretty goddamn important one, and you just slide right over it.
Can bring out of them, and what is the system that creates and maintains that situation? So my book, The Lucifer Effect, recently published, is about how do you understand how good people turn evil.
You know, this is the great scientists are always fucking hawking their goddamn books. You know, it's always a sign of really great science when you're doing a goddamn 20-minute program for TED Talks. Everybody knows who you are, and you still got to sell your fucking book.
And it has a lot of detail about what I'm going to talk about today. So Dr. Z's Lucifer Effect, although it focuses on evil, really is a celebration of the human mind's infinite capacity to make any of us kind or cruel.
Bullshit. Not any of us. That's just plain fucking crap. It's nonsense. It's garbage. God himself could whisper in my ear and say rape, 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 and I'm still going to know it's fucking wrong. I'm still not going to like it. I'm still not going to do it. Period. Alright? So it's not any of us. Okay, certain people in society are vulnerable to going along with crowds, to doing whatever the president says, respecting authority. The minister says it's okay for him to sleep with my daughter, or son, as the case may be.
Or indifferent, creative or destructive, and it makes some of us villains. And the good news story that I'm going to hopefully come to at the end is it makes some of us heroes. This is a wonderful.
You know what makes us these things is a brain, okay, and using our brain, being what's the right word? Enlightened, okay, on the full impact, understanding the full context of your existence. That's what makes you capable of changing into something else. Alright, but the native desire, the fact that you like bananas and you don't like grapefruit, those are going to be hard things to change.
In the New Yorker, which really summarizes my whole talk. I'm neither a good cop nor a bad cop, Jerome. Like yourself, I'm a complex amalgam of positive and negative personality traits that emerge or not depending on the circumstances.
Yeah, right. This whole idea that there is such a thing as a good cop is already a little bit dangerous a notion. Alright, because the only people who go to be cops are people that have a tolerance for violence. You don't take the job unless you got a tolerance for violence. And no matter how good your intentions are, you got to know that, oh yeah, that's right, only a tiny percentage of my time will I be delivering babies in taxi cabs. Most of my time I'll be chasing down crooks and harassing kids and ruining people's lives and generally just fucking people over and doing it in my little soldiery suit and my little shiny badge and my little gears and my little hooplas, playing my little authority figure bullshit role. That's what you got to know is your goddamn job. Nobody who doesn't have a disposition to be playing that part is going to take that part.
This is a study some of you think you know about.
I mean, really, people who don't like fish don't go fishing. It's not that fucking complicated.
But very few people have ever read the story.
Well, actually, that wasn't a very good metaphor. But people who can't stand the sight of fish don't go fishing. Maybe that's a better way to put it.
You watch the movie. This is Stanley Milgram, little Jewish kid from the Bronx, and he asked the question, could the Holocaust happen here, now? He said, no, that's Nazi Germany, that's Hitler. You know, that's 1939. He said, yes.
All right, I'm going to skip over this. Look, it's another one of these studies, these bullshit studies. This is the guy that was the charge of the stupid Stanford study, the famous prison study, bullshit study. So this is another bullshit study. So they put an ad in the paper, say, we'll pay you $4 to come play in our little psycho game. And so then they put one person, strap them into a chair, and electrocute them, quote unquote. And then the other person, another half of the selected people, they get to do the pushing of the electrocution button as punishment and reward. And all they're told is voltage. Well, it's 400 volts. The average person doesn't know what 400 fucking volts mean. And 400 volts doesn't mean shit if it isn't at fucking some sort of amperage anyway. So none of this shit means a goddamn thing. There's a guy in a lab coat telling them to do it. They've signed a release. They're not responsible. The guy's saying he's taking responsibility, so they have no accountability. And so they're just pleasing the stupid asshole who's telling them to do it. So what's the difference between that and you know, saying, well, voting for putting Kevorkian in jail, or voting for doing cancer experiments on chimpanzees, injecting them with cancer? You vote for it. You say, go ahead and do that science. All right, you don't stand there and actually inject the chimpanzees. You don't actually watch them suffer and die. Okay, you don't cut them up into little pieces, but you endorse the fucking behavior. And it's the same sort of implicit thing. It's like, yes, okay, as long as somebody else is responsible, I can blame society, or I can blame cancer, I can blame something else for the fucking fact that it's done. But it's bullshit. It has nothing to do with individuals. This doesn't test an individual's capacity to do something. Go out on the street with a $500 bill and see how many people will take the $500 to go kick an old lady in the ass. All right? Go see how many people will do it.
But suppose Hitler asked you, would you electrocute a stranger? No way, not me, I'm a good person. He said, why don't we put you in a situation and give you a chance to see what you would do? And so what he did was he tested 1,000 ordinary people. 500 New Haven, Connecticut? Yeah, ordinary people in New Haven, Connecticut, and then some other town in Connecticut who answered an ad for $4 fucking. All right, anyway, I'm going to move on. Let's get on to the Abu Ghraib shit, which is a farce. All right, so they go through all this. He shows all these images. It's all this. This is real science, right? You know, oh, this is the police arrest for the Stanford study. Now, this is his science. This is his study, his Stanford study. Listen to this music. Does this sound like science to you? Does this sound like science, or does this sound like propaganda? All right. So in this stupid Stanford study, half the people were 24 guys, right? Half were made prisoners, half of them were made guards. Well, let's play this. It's just amazing, because wait till you see the get-up the guards are wearing.
This car pulls up in front, and a cop comes to the front door and knocks and says he's looking for me. So they took me out.
Okay, so they took him out, and there's cameras, right, videotaping all this stuff, so you're a celebrity now. And that's what you signed. You signed a release. No doubt that every fucking body in this study signed a release that said you will be subjected to possible humiliation, sexual deviant behavior, all kinds, a whole list of crap was put on the release, and they said yes to the fucking release. No doubt about it. So this isn't the average human being. These are already guys looking to get into some sort of adventure. Let's have a party. You know, let's have some sort of prison orgy. They answered an ad that said a prisoner study. Who the fuck does that anyway?
At the door, they put my hands against the...
I'm sorry, some of this I'll have to wait for.
I was a real policeman, and there were real neighbors in the street.
Yeah.
That this was an experiment.
Right.
And there was cameras all around and neighbors all around. And they put me in the car, then they drove me around Palo Alto. They took me to the the police station, the basement of the police station.
All this for dramatic
They put me in a
effect.
cell. I was the first one to be picked up, so they put me in a cell, which was just like a room with a door with bars on it. You could tell it wasn't a real jail. They locked me in there in this degrading little outfit. They were taking this experiment too seriously.
Here are the prisoners who are going to be dehumanized. They're going to become numbers. Here are the guards.
Right. Okay, so look at this guard guy. Now, who's going to dress up like this, right? This is fucking Halloween. This is not science. This is conducting a study where you said, let's play a Halloween game. Okay, you guys be the assholes, and you guys be the sorry little prisoners, and you guys, and look at the club, the whole fucking routine here. This is a fucking goddamn Halloween play. This is not real life. This is not science. This is complete fucking bullshit. If you tell people, yes, you're going to be in a play